What's good, YouTube? Dre here with Different Gaming. Going to be bringing y'all a staple slash board breaker tier list for Legacy of Destruction format. Before I hop into the video, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get notified when I upload videos and go live, and drop a like on the video. Also, check out my affiliate link in the description box below at Gym Accessories. Use different gaming underscore 202510 at checkout for 10% off your purchase. And let's hop into the video. So, for Legacy Destruction introduced Tempai. Tempai is a going second deck. So, with, excuse me, with Tempai, Pure Snake Eye, Melodious, Sword Soul, and it's about the four top decks right now. Oh, and Branded, top five decks right now. You wanna you want to go to a regionals coming up, or you know indie or something like that. Yeah, you're trying to figure out, well, what would be the best meta call for these decks. So we're going to go ahead and hop into the meta calls. So starting with Pankratops. Pankratops is good good going second. It's a good board breaker. It's good for backup. The main one is Fenrir. Like, if you can't get Fenrir, then just get your Pankratops. It does the same thing as Fenrir, except it tributes itself to pop. So Fenrir will be the meta call. Pankratops will be your backup meta call if you can't get Fenrirs. Next is Forbidden Droplet. Forbidden Droplet is definitely a meta call. Droplet is huge this format. Being able to negate monster effects, especially Tempot in the battle phase, to where they can't synchro summon, or you droplets, the Melodious fusion that keeps you from negating the fusion monsters effects. Then you have Branded, you Sanctifier, Mirror Jade, Book of Tile. No. Book of Eclipse, we could definitely consider that a backup meta call. I really wouldn't have it be the first choice. Um, just because it can get Ash. So if you Book of Eclipse and an Ash, then you just down a card. I mean, what can you do? Now you have to hope that the other cards in your hand can play through their board. Change of Heart. We're going to put that with meta call. Being able to steal your monsters, this format is very strong. You know, Branded, they fusion summon, so depending on what they play against, they can use it for fusion material. If you're playing Melodious, oh, I forgot to put in Voiceless Voice out there too. If you're playing against uh, what deck did I just say? Oh, Melodious. You can either bait out the fusion that lets you bounce, or you can just take that one. Either way, you bait it out. Whatever's left on field, you change your heart to take it, and either link climb or whatever you need. Cosmic Cyclone, Metacall. Cosmic Cyclone is huge. This format. It hits Tempa, hits the field spell, hits Snake Eye. When Snake Eyes do their combo, and then on your turn they Flame Burge effect. Let me special summon out this IP. Nah, Chain Cyclone, banish it. Or if they go field spell to summon, nah, Cyclone, banish it. Um, hits Runic, hits Lab, hits every deck in the format right now. Definitely hurts Voiceless. You know, they have the trap set up and they have the continuous spell, Cyclone. Get rid of whichever one is most problematic to you at the time. I have all the kaijus right here for board breakers. All of them are going to serve the same purpose. So you can it can be a backup meta call for a board breaker, like Gamma Seal. But the other ones, it just depends on the deck that you're running. Like Tyr can do the Radion. Um, Timpa can possibly do Dagara, the fire one, or Snake Eye Fire King can use the fire one. Either way, it depends on which kaiju you're using. So like Radiant and Gamma Seal, in my opinion, right now would be like a good backup meta call. The rest of them just not now, because the same thing is it serves the same purpose as Santa Claus. Kurikara. Kurikara is just a better meta call. It's not backup. It will actually just depends on the deck that you're playing, honestly. But it's predominantly Snake Eye, so we're just going to put Kurikara in meta call, Gamma Seal, Radion, and backup. Then the rest in not now, because Appaloosa. You have Tower Monsters. Pearly is still a deck. Raid Raptor is a deck. You have the Water Lockdown deck. Yeah, it's a lot. Next, Lightning Storm, Metacall. Lightning Storm is probably going to be. No, it's not probably going to be. It's going to be the one of the best cards in your hand. Tim Paz using it for going second. So if you lose game one, you can go into game two. You go second, make them go first. Lightning Storm their back row. Lightning Storm against Lab. Lightning Storm against Snake Eye Fire King, Melodious. Melodious, you just want to do the back row because their inboard, they'll have the area and let me see which one is this. Oh, not Sonata. It's area and the other one where they can't be destroyed or targeted. So Lightning Storm hurts a lot of decks. Runic, Mind Control. Mind control is all right. It targets, like both of them target, but mind control, you're limited. It can't be tributed, and it can attack directly, I believe. So mind control is just kind of the meh card. If you don't if you can't get change of heart or snatch steal, then which I forgot to put snatch steal in here. So snatch steal would be up here in Metacall with change of heart. But mind control is just so mid. And the reason I say it's mid is because if you activate mind control, 9 times out of 10, they're going to play around it to where you don't get the card. You know, I mean, and it is a thrust target. Same thing with change of heart and, well, never mind. No, 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 that's not still. I think change of heart is a normal spell though. If I'm not mistaken, change of heart and mind control are normal spells and they're thrust targets. So without the card being able to be tributed, and I mean, you really don't get any value out of it but taking the monster. With change of heart, you can at least still attack with the monster. Like you can do other things besides just taking it. Mistake? Uh, nah, just not now. Depending on the deck that you play, like if you play a deck that doesn't revolve around adding, then yeah, you play it by all means. But other than that, nah. MST, Metacall. Um, nah. On a serious note, it can be backup if you don't have the Cyclones or Twin Twisters, but it is all right. It does the same thing as Cyclone. Well, no, doesn't do the same thing as Cyclone. Somewhat. Cyclone just banishes. MST just destroys. Gruth, Metacall, Hand Trap format, Monster Effect format. Why wouldn't you play it? Same thing with Talents. Hand Trap format, Monster Effect format. Like, can't get any better than that. Twin Twister. Twin Twister, I feel, is a backup meta call. If you can't get cyclones, or if you can't find them, or if you can't get lightning storms, or can't find them, but you have twin twisters in your binder or your deck box or in your bulk, you could definitely use twin twisters. Twin twisters, I personally have been testing for this format, and it really is good. It catches people off guard. Um, at the 3v3, I actually caught my opponent Nick. Shout out to Nick. I caught him by surprise with Twin Twister because he probably thought it was like an imperm or just a bluff set, and I stopped his combo. He was playing Snake Eye, and one of my sets was cross out. The other one was Twin Twisters. He goes original sin, and I cross out the original, and then he sets two, and then goes to end phase. During the end phase, I flip Twin Twister, pop his two back row, and then I'm able to play. So Twin Twister is definitely a good backup meta call. There's a lot of decks that that rely and semi rely on back row. We all know that Lab is one. We all know that. Tempai makes you go first. So game two, if they win, and you know if they lose, they're going to make you go first again. So you could just set the twin twister, and then when they activate the field spell, you can just flip the field. You could just flip twin twister, pop the field spell, and then that also stops you from playing into thrust or talents. You don't pay 1,000 life points, so it's good when it comes into time. I put the black goat laughs now in here. Um, it's just not right now. Like I've seen some lists with it being played, and it's just good as like a little side deck tech. You know, last format it was just Snake Eye Fire King. So the Black Goat Labs now was good because everybody knew what predominantly, regionals, YCSs were going to be. So I'll just put it down here and not now because until Terminal Revenge comes out and then Infinite Forbidden comes out, that is just not going to see that much play right now. So we'll just put it in not now. Dark Hole. You can put Dark Hole in backup Metacall. Serves the same purpose as Lightning Storm, except it just destroys all monsters. So you go second, Dark Hole, start playing. Against Snake Eye, you just you just have to play through the princess and hand traps at that point. Melodious, if if they don't have the protection up, you just clear the board. Against Brandon, you just clear the board. Like you just even if they puppet lock you, like you just dark hole clear the whole board. And if they have Mary Jade, then you better hope you can go for game. Feather Duster, it's at one, but it's a damn good one of, and it's definitely a meta call. And you're probably wondering, well, why wouldn't you make Dark Hole a meta call? Because it's not very optimal to see players play Dark Hole. But if you can't get your hands on, the more pricey cards and even the semi pricey cards, and I know you're probably like, well, what does semi pricey mean? That means people that work for minimum wage. That's what that means. Budget players. Okay. Okay. But no, I used to be a budget player. So like I used to look at stuff down here that was all right and down. Uh Herald of the Abyss, it's all right. Um it wouldn't hurt to put a copy of it, especially if you're running thrust in your side deck, in case you run into a matchup where you're facing Raid Raptors or Pearly or just a deck that has a Towers monster in it. I mean, it's good. It's okie dokie. You got to pay 1,500 life points, but it's okie dokie nonetheless. Book of Moon. Oh, how did? Oh, it is back up. Book of Moon. It's all right. Book of Moon is all right. Actually, I will switch these books. Book of Eclipse is all right. Book of Moon is a good backup meta call. And the reason I say that is because, again, we're in a hand trap format. If you open up Book of Moon, normal summon Snake Eye Ash, oh, Veiler, Book of Moon, and hope that they don't have like an Imperm or something in their hand to still negate it. But Book of Moon just dodges monster negations or monster effect negates. Um, Against everything else, it just depends on the game state because against Voiceless Voice, you can't target. So, Dark Ruler no more. I'll put it in a backup meta call. It will be the same as Droplet, except you wanna end the game if you can. You would like to end the game if you can, but if you all if you don't have Droplet and you have Dark Ruler, Dark Ruler is okie dokie. Enemy controller, backup meta call. I personally have tested enemy controller, and I would use it, but I found better options. Um, but enemy controller is very strong in this format. Against Voiceless Voice is not as strong. If you're going first, it is. Going second is kind of difficult. Against Tempa is very, very strong. Being able to change one of their monsters to defense, not being able to attack, or better yet, just tribute one of your monsters and take theirs before they get another dragon out, or you wait until they activate the effect to quick effect synchro, then you econ, tribute, take the monster, and then what are they going to synchro with? Um, shout out to Tobiasi. I actually opened up 3 econs. This is when we were testing Yu-Gi-Oh! After Dark. Um, Snake Eye Fire King versus Pure Snake Eye. And I used the first econ to take one of his monsters. Link climb into a special summon. He used Princess to pop. Then um I changed the second econ to tribute mine to take his. So Princess didn't resolve. No, I did let the Princess resolve. And then he also had Raging Phoenix. So I went battle phase, activated econ, tribute my monster to take his attack, attack, and then he did something. I'll use the third econ to attack for game, but enemy control is very strong. And then if you're going second, think about it. You're going second. You normal summon a monster, and your opponent already has monsters on the field. Imperm. All right, econ, tribute. Give me your monster. Forbidden Chalice is a good backup meta call. It serves the same purpose as Veiler, Imperm, Droplet. It just gives the monster plus 600 attack, plus 4 or 600 attack until the end phase, but its effects are negated. So, and it targets. So, I mean, it's not good against Voiceless Voice, but everything else in the meta, branded, Snake Eye Fire King, Snake Eye, Tempai, it's good against. Lava Golem. No. Same thing with Sphere Mode. Just not right now. Just not now. Because even if you do Sphere Mode or Lava Golem a field, if you don't have anything to capitalize on that, then you just lose next turn. Because every deck this format is very strong, very consistent, and Tempai can just kill out of nowhere. You might think that you stopped them, and then they just raw Snake Eye, Snake Eye Fire King. Ah, yeah. Um, Magical Spring. I'm gonna be honest. I forgot what Magical Spring even did. I know it's good though. So draw a number of cards equal to the number of face-up spell trap cards your opponent controls. Then discard a number of cards equal to the number of face-up spell trap cards you control. Till the end of your opponent's next turn after this card is activated, spell trap cards your opponent controls cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. Also, their activation effects cannot be negated. So you're probably wondering, hmm, well, how does Magical Spring fit into this? Well, it just don't. You just don't. Because yes, you're drawing into hand traps and your board breakers and everything going second. But if you're playing a deck that destroys, then what's the point of you playing Magical Spring? Now it's all right. It just depends on what deck you play it in. Because what you gonna do when you go against a lab player and they have field spell and two traps face up and you activate Magical Spring? You better hope you draw into an Ash or something. Bestial, Ghost Bell, something. Which, I mean, then again, on the other hand, if you can still, protect yourself and not die that turn, next turn, if you draw into like a Harpy's Feather Duster or Evenly or Lightning Storm, and you're in the game. Shaddoll Fusion, it's all right. So, let me stop playing. It's a backup meta call. Shaddoll Fusion is the same as Soul Release. I forgot to put Soul Release in here too. Soul Release will be in backup. Shaddoll Fusion, which you do Aerial, Dragon, Beast. You do and Squamata. 3 Shaddoll Fusion. 2 to 3 Shaddoll Fusion. You can even do 1 if you're playing Thoris. But the main purpose of the Shaddoll Fusion is to activate the Shaddoll Fusion, then send the Aerial and the Dragon. Special summon Apocalone. Then you, as turn player, activate your trigger effects and order your chain links. Then your opponent will do the same. Or you can pass priority, which you really don't want to do, but that's okie dokie. So you can either go into window, because if you're playing against voiceless voice, you know that they have the princess engrave, and they're if they're not experienced, they're gonna princess target. Okay. And then you just banish the rest. You just banish the recursion that they have in their graveyard. Take away the oak, take away the ash, take away poplar, take away uh original wanted, whatever they have. Um Tempa, get rid of the dragons. Voiceless voice, get rid of the low, get rid of the Skull Guardian, get rid of Saphira, get rid of the old man. Branded, get rid of Albaz, get rid of Cartesia, get rid of Quim. Yeah, Super Poly, Metacall. Yeah, Super Poly is definitely a Metacall. You know, a lot of decks with the same attributes. That's all I'm saying on that one. Ultimate Slayer, not now. I know y'all probably looking like this says not now too, and this says not now. This is okie dokie. Like this is like depending on what deck you're playing. It just depends. But still, you're going to get a nah. But here is just definitely not now, because you you're gonna shuffle back a Mary Jade. You're gonna shuffle back a Lubellion. You're gonna shuffle back a Princess, a Appaloosa. Ultimate Slayer is just not right now. Not right now. XYZ Encore. Not just not now. Definitely not now. Like we're not in the format where it was purely popular again, or not again, but where Pearly was popular. XYZ Encore was double. Then last card, deck lockdown, definitely Metacall, definitely staple in the side deck, automatic 3 of. And if you play a deck that doesn't care about special summoning from the deck or adding, you can main deck it. Yeah, like deck lockdown stops everything right now. I told y'all, I told y'all a while back that lockdown was gonna be good. I got some more cards that I'm gonna be doing a card discussion on too. And I've already done a card discussion on these a while back. And guess what? They're coming. I'm about to discuss them again and explain why they're good. So, um, for the cards that's not in here, evenly matched would be a backup Metacall. It's like, no, it'll be a Metacall. It'll definitely be a Metacall. Evenly matched, kind of. But some people can play around evenly matched. So, with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope this kind of helps everybody that is planning on going to ND or regional soon, or have an event at your locals coming up. Kind of help you decide, what cars to either pick up or what cars to decide. So, everybody have a blessed day. Thank y'all for tuning in, and until next time, peace.